नेपाल र इजरायल बीच दौत्य सम्बन्ध कायम भएको 55 वर्ष पुगेको छ। यो बीचमा नेपाल र इजरायल बीचको सम्बन्धलाई सुमधुर बनाउने प्रयास धेरै भएका छन्। भर्खरै मात्रै नेपाल सरकार र इजरायल बीच केयर गिभरमा कामदार लिने एक सम्झौता भएको छ। यो सँगै अब वैधानिक रूपमा धेरै नेपाली इजरायल रोजगारीमा जान पाउने आशा पलाएको छ। हामीसँग नेपालका लागि इजरायली राजदूत Yaron Mayor हुनुहुन्छ। His Excellency, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Finally, we had a understanding between Nepal and Israel to send Nepali worker as caregiver. Yeah.
Namaste, shalom. We are very happy that we managed to reach this arrangement between our two governments. It's 1 month ago. This is a pilot arrangement that hopefully will allow caregivers from Nepal to reach Israel and work and help Israeli people in need.
But it took a very long time, yeah? What was the hurdles between these?
I would like to say that this is an arrangement between the two governments, and this is a new experience, I think, for both countries. We had in the past certain arrangements through different agencies, private sector, which took caregivers from Nepal to Israel, and it was arranged through private sector in both sides. It been not a good experience. People were asked to pay a lot of money in order to be included in this, to get this possibility. There were payments that irregularity, we don't know exactly all the details. There were many issues that the government, the Israeli government, based on decision of the Supreme Court of Israel as well, could not accept. That's why we couldn't continue that, and the situation came, we looked for a different solution. And this G2G arrangement, which is a pilot arrangement, this is a solution.
You mean to indicate that a recruitment agency of Nepal had charged more money to the migrant worker?
I don't want to get into details because I was not involved on these days, but the experience of the system who deal with it was so that this cannot be going on, whether it's through the recruitment agencies in Israel or in Nepal. I don't want to put a blame on Nepalese, and it's the situation was handled by different people of private sector, not in the right manner.
Although we got a meeting point, the way or the door is open to the Nepalese worker. So can you explain or can you say to a Nepali worker in a simple language what will be the process?
At the beginning, I would like to say, you mentioned the term door open, which create a different picture. I don't want to say, and it's been too much used in the media, and not only media, by different people. Israel is open.
Okay.
This is not the situation.
Yes.
We have an arrangement and agreement. This week we have a delegation here from Israel to deal and discuss on the details how to make this process working and possible. It's an arrangement, and it's a pilot arrangement between the two governments. If we say Israel is open, and we also already have too many requests and telephone calls of people coming here that are not relevant and misleading.
Yeah.
For example, we have people, we can see on the roads here in the streets of Kathmandu, announcements, come and learn Hebrew, Israel is open, connecting this caregiver arrangement between the governments to some institutions that we have no connection. And it's not only that we don't have as an embassy. The institutions themselves are just misleading and taking payments, and this we should stop. I believe it's the government also, the Nepalese government, a responsibility also to stop, in order not to mislead people. The details, I don't want to go now into details, but it's going to be published in the right way and in the right place. Everybody can see the details, who is entitled, what are the conditions, what is required, how many payments, what is the payment. Very clearly, there will be a minimal payment that is necessary for the process, for the registration and the flight and some details, medical check, so on. But this will be very clear and specifically and specified in the announcements, publications that will come.
The MOU is only for the female worker. So can you clarify it?
I wish to clarify it very strongly. This is not only for women. It's true that majority of the caregivers are women, but it's certainly open for men as well. And we have caregivers, men, and it even says 20% and 80%. But possibility is for men as well to go to Israel.
It means there is no restriction or no limitation or the no bound area for the only female.
No, there is no restrictions. There are some percentage because of the need.
Yes.
It's all based on what is a need. Those people in going to Israel, caregiver, I want to explain, is not just to be a house worker. These are people who need to treat people, disabled, all elderly people, people who cannot function on their own. This is the nature of the work. And the majority of the people that are most suitable will be women.
It is not a time to disclose the criteria or the message to the Nepalese worker that what may be their criteria to meet to go to caregiver?
No, time is there. We signed an agreement. There is a delegation discussing the implementation of this agreement. But I don't think right now, because it's not one or two sentences. It's quite a big number of conditions and details. And I can tell in general that Nepalese suitable personnel will be very welcomed to do their job in Israel. And I don't want to get to the nitty-gritty of who is entitled and what he needs to do, because that might create misleading people, and this is what we want to emphasize. The responsibility is with the Nepalese government, with the Ministry of Labor, and not even with the Embassy of Israel. I get people coming to me, calling our embassy staff, we want to go. I'm not the one to decide. Very important criteria that I do want to emphasize is that the selection will be random selection.
I interrupt you here.
Yeah.
What will be the process that way much more people or much more Nepali people are hearing, or they are willing to know that the government or any other process that the person who are in the high level of Nepali government, that they can have some quota that they can enter them? Is it true, or what will be the process? Can you define it?
Of course, an issue.
Yes.
Quota is a certain number that decided by the needs in Israel. This will be a number. Right now we're talking about pilot, which is a relatively small number, but the selection and the decision who will be able to go is by a random system. It means people who will get some type, the suitable people who found eligible to go will be selected not by the name. It's some kind of lottery, some kind of random, that they have some number,
Yes.
and so nobody would know who is the one selected. Not the government of Nepal, not the government of Israel. It's a process of computer, something that people can trust the system.
Yes.
Very clearly. There will not be people who are going because they know someone or because they have some paying to someone that promised them anything. the process will be very clear and transparent.
The first phase that the Nepalese are hearing 300 people as a pilot project, and in the first phase 60 people will be taken to the Israel. Is this true, or what is?
Yeah, this part of the agreement. It's true that there is a pilot, and the pilot is divided to few phases.
Yes.
In the first phase, that's the numbers we are discussing.
Most of the Nepalese people are willing that before the sign or within 1 month, 2 months, that the Nepalese people.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to wish everyone a happy Dassan and
Yes.
a good time. But I hope that within, like you say, 1 month, 2 months, it will be. You have to remember also Israel has festivals, and we are just entering now the Jewish festivals period in Israel, which means the Israeli government people and also on holiday. So it will take a little bit time, but I hope not too long.
Yeah, in the first phase, 300 quota, and will the quota will be extended, or what is the possibility? Can it be disclosed, or can it be flashed out?
No, this is nobody knows so far. First, we are doing the pilot.
Yes.
Like you mentioned the numbers.
Yes.
So we have to see and assess how the pilot project is functioning. We are in a learning, both sides experiencing learning how to work, what to do, and we cannot talk, and we don't know yet the future.
The Nepal and Israel bilateral relationship now we are in 55th year. So how is the relationship?
I'm the number 18 ambassador, and we have a very good and long relation going back 55 years. And I found a very friendly nation. People here like Israel, people in Israel like Nepalese, friendly. This is a very good feeling. You come to a country that many activities are going on. Not only government, there are organizations, Israeli groups who are doing development work here and working in the field of education or agriculture. There are many people who've been to Israel, and you just go around and you meet people who've been to Israel and have a good time there. Students or other for example, Nepal is a very important contribution to the UN peace forces. They found very good people here, companies, in people who work in IT, in agriculture, and they believe possibilities is here, but it takes time.
Excellency, you are also optimistic as the process is ongoing of Nepal. Whatever Israel had given a chance or as a employment to the Nepalese worker, can we think or can you imagine a situation will come in future that Nepalese people or Nepal will also hire somehow migrant worker as Israeli people in Nepal?
It's possible, of course. People from Israel come here not to work, they come here to be active in different programs in development side. And we are going to work in agriculture, so training, we talked about training in Israel, but training can also take place in Nepal. And we have this experience. People like to trek, tourism. Many Israelis here are coming and enjoy the welcoming and the beautiful country here in the mountains and trekking. Here and there could be opportunities. It's not like big masses, but opportunities are there. If this constitution will be finalized, and I hope Nepal will be more stable and open for development, and I hope it will come in a peaceful way, understanding among people, and that will be very helpful.
Excellency, we are at the end of the show. So what may be your message to the Nepalese people or the stakeholder or the government side?
We are two small countries. And we have, both of our countries, our challenges, and we need to find work to work together, to share our knowledge and our experience which is with each other, and try to be better and to develop. I think the Nepal and Israel is an example of very good friendship, friendly relations, activities in agriculture, education, many fields, and this could be, the potential is to do much more, and I hope in the future we'll be able to see that.
Excellency, thank you very much for your valuable time.
Dhanyavad.